Today, we're going to take a look at a simpler time when I lived in the countryside before everything changed. The song Refuge is my way of expressing one of my favorite psalms, Psalm 91, turning safety and shelter and the promises of Psalm 91 into a visual and audio feeling. Of course, I don't have a budget or a crew, I just try to make something feel real. To this day, this song does hit different. You ever notice how some songs feel like a clear emotion or a memory of a safe place? That's what my new song, Refuge, is for me. It's built off of Psalm 91, and it's basically one of the most comforting chapters in the Bible, because it's not just that God protects you, but that He is the place that you run to. So today, I wanted to turn that idea into a visual feeling using the smallest things that I've got. A rooftop, quiet places in town. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm somewhere bigger than I am. I'm just trying to show you that finding meaning doesn't need to wait for a bigger budget, a bigger city, a bigger crew. Sometimes it's just the best thing that you can do is take what you've already got, the things that are around you, and ask yourself, isn't this enough to tell a story? So as we go, try not to pay attention to the meager locations that I'm in. Just think about your own life. Think about the places that you pass every day, the places that nobody would really call cinematic. Those are usually the places that have a lot to say if you pause and just look for a few moments. So we're going to start on my rooftop. I like rooftops because I feel like they are a threshold, like standing between your private life and the world below it. I feel like that actually fits in with Psalm 91 because it's about shelter, covering, safety, all these things that feel like God is pulling you under His protection. That is the feeling that I'm hoping that this part can have. And if you're watching this and thinking, oh, I don't have a rooftop, maybe for you, your version is just a chair by the window or a parking lot, or even a balcony at your place. It doesn't really matter how impressive that it looks. What matters is whether it gives your creative soul some room to breathe. Now we're going to move through the town a little bit. I wanted to find these quieter places by the river, little stretches of space that people usually walk past without thinking about. Because refuge doesn't always look like escape. Sometimes it just looks like being able to move without feeling like you're crushed by everything around you. You don't always need a new location. You might just need a new way of seeing the things that are already around you where you live. I feel like I have to include this because it's one of the most important parts, because this is where the story actually starts to take shape. The performance, the colors, they're making the feeling, right? The composition, the edit, the pacing, it all has to agree on what refuge feels like. And I think that's a good thing to sit with, even outside of this video. What does safety look like? What does peace feel like when it's based on faith, not just on what you can actually see? Because once you know that, you can start building work that has a connection.
Place to hide and heal from all you heard. Under the wings of life, His word will be my shield. Whatever comes my way, I'm on my knees to pray. His angels always by my side. Give Him your heart and let Him fill your soul with life. I make the Lord my shelter, sacred place. I never have to fear. Protected from the arrow.
If you've stayed with me this far, I just want to leave you with this. A lot of us spend a lot of time waiting for life to get bigger before we give our best attention to it. Sometimes the smaller seasons are the ones that teach you how to actually see. Like right now, my world is really simple. A rooftop, studio, quiet spaces in a small town. My song rooted in Psalm 91. Simplicity like this has been changing the way that I think about what it means to create something meaningful. So if your life is feeling smaller than your vision right now, don't write it off. That actually might be the exact place that your best work is going to begin. Pick one song, one place, one idea, and start building from there. That is what I'm trying to do here. So if you want to keep walking through these kind of stories with me, stay close, stick around here, and hopefully you'll see that we've got a whole lot more to make. So yeah, it's time to go craft your path.